Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo. To start, Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo decided to be an explorer, which needed lots of practice, money, and a motive. Before he earned the position of a sea captain, or Portuguese explorer, he was a soldier, a shipbuilder, and also a conquistador. Ships were usually built in less than 30 days and could carry up to 100 men. One of the ships Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo made, he sailed on. The ship's name was San Salvador. Even though he earned the position of a sea captain, he only sailed for 1 year. During June 1542, he started sailing and reached San Diego in September 1542. Spain sponsored him with food, water, and money. He went sailing to find a shortcut to Asia to trade spices and riches. He was also looking for a strait of Anion to find gold, silver, and jewels. In the same way, he also went looking for spices like cacao beans, cinnamon, peppercorn, cloves, ginger, nutmeg, and more rare spices. Additionally, cacao beans were important because 3 cacao beans were equal to 1 gold coin. In fact, peppercorn was equal to more than 1 gold coin. Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo sailed for 1 year, starting north from San Diego Bay to the southern Channel Islands. To begin his journey, he started north from San Diego Bay, Nevada, Mexico. He did this along the Pacific coast. Additionally, he went past Baja California and came to Point Muga. However, it was Chuma's territory. Next, he sailed to Monterey Bay, and later on he came to Point Reyes, soon he was south to the Channel Islands. Being a sailor in the 1500s to the 1600s was very risky for Cabrillo and his sailors because there was many dangers and many obstacles to face. His crew and Cabrillo needed to have enough supply of food and almost never could go hunting or gather food to eat on land. The crew was also limited on what types of food they could eat on the ship. Also, they didn't have a lot of storage on the ship. They could only eat dry foods like crackers, beans, nuts, straw, and dried fish. There were rats which caused food to disappear faster. They couldn't eat any food because it would spoil after a few days and possibly spoil everything else. Since they couldn't have any fruit which had vitamin C, they got scurvy, which was a disease on the ship. The crew was also limited on how much fresh water they could get. They couldn't drink the salty ocean water, so they didn't fresh water. They could only have 1 pint of wine and 1 pint of water for each day, and there were storms and currents which brought Cabrillo off course with his crew. His crew also had to deal with Native Americans who lived on land that they explored. He also had to deal with pirates who would steal anything valuable. However, Cabrillo lost a limb, which somehow caused an infection and sadly died on 1543 on January. Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo wanted to sail, and while he was sailing, he was very successful even after his death. He decided to explore lands that no other Europeans sailed on, like San Diego. He also made maps for other explorers in the future, charting the coast of California. Cabrillo was very successful with this journey by exploring new lands and found a good harbor for other explorers that came onto that area of land.